Hello, Hall. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to be farming Lodestone together. This is one of two routes that I'm going to be showing you this week for Lodestone. This route is for intermediate players. It's in Brightwood, so you're not going to be dealing with too many intense mobs here. It's actually a very casual run I like to do at the end of my night when I'm just sort of unwinding. So let's get on over to the map and see what we're looking at here. As I mentioned, this run starts in Brightwood down here, and we're just going to exit on Brightwood and come up to the southern border of the Great Cleave. And it starts right here on a rock with 3 nodes. And how this is going to work is you're just going to stay upon this ridge line and grab these nodes. Now, you're going to have high ground here, and you're going to be able to see these nodes really pop in the distance because Lodestone just really shows up quite well in Brightwood. You're going to continue on 3 more nodes down here, and then we're going to jump into a camp, a mining camp down here, run through. You may have to kill a couple of mobs here. These are mid-level mobs, not anything super intense. 4 nodes in here, and then you're going to exit out of this camp through the mountainside and then come back up into this area right here. Now, this area right here is super interesting. It is obviously a huge mining camp. You can get a ton of crafting reagents here as well if you want to extend your run. Now, for this video, I'm not going to show that simply because we're going to be time constrained in the video, and I want to be as quick as possible here. Now, the next thing you do is you exit out of this mining camp after grabbing 1 node in this cave in here. And then you have a choice. You can go down south and do that stuff down here. I'm going to tell you guys right now, all these nodes down here, crap. Do not do it. Too much of a treacherous hike, too much treacherous terrain, lots of ups and downs, hard visibility, not worth your time. Skip it, cut across, grab 1 node right here, and we are going to head on down to a waterfall. 3 nodes here, 4 nodes across the waterfall. We're going to dip into Ebonscale Reach for just a second, cut across this mountainside, and we have a ton of nodes back in on this mountainside. And then if you do it all right, do it all quick, by the time you come back around, you will have respawned and you can do it all over again. All right, guys, that's our route. Let's get to it. All right, everybody. So here we are starting exactly where I told you, just on the southern end of the Great Cleave, and here we go, our first node right here. Now keep in mind, guys, I have 300 strength, so I may one-shot some of these nodes. Hopefully we do, just to speed up our run here and really make it efficient. So this first rock that we're going to be on has 3 nodes on it that are very easy to get, and this is where I always start my run right here. And if you do this run correctly, guys, I'm in full mining gear. You see the strike there. I'm in full mining gear. And I usually yield about 1,100 lodestone when I do this run. So if you follow my instructions, you avoid that trap down below, you can really speed up your time and maximize your yield here. And lodestone, unfortunately, not like iron where you can one-shot it pretty regularly. This takes a little bit of time. But this first part of the run is really easy, in my opinion. Like, you're just going to be grabbing these things. You see them popping, the bright reds popping in the distance there. Super easy to spot in this first part of this run. Where it gets a little more difficult is on the second half of the run. And that's why I'm always going to recommend to you guys, if you are doing this run, it's a little bit longer. So I always recommend you pull me up with you. And we do it together. You put me in a second monitor, and I'll just sort of chat your ear off here as we go do the run. And there you go. We're already at 185, and we've just hit the very first part of this run. You can see 2 more nodes, 3 more nodes popping there in the distance. We're going to go and grab those. Now, you can try and scale the side here. I always just come around just because I've done this a few times. I just come up the side of this mountain here and come up this way. One important thing to tell you guys is I'm streaming New World on Twitch 5 nights a week. I absolutely love this game. I do play on Kashira Sagara, which is a low pop server. It says it's mid pop, but man, we had like 150 people on midday on Saturday, which is not very great. So we're eagerly anticipating server merges, and I'm excited for that. But 3 nodes in here we're going to grab. But yeah, I stream this game 5 nights a week on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Urz. URZZZ, 3 Z's there. And just come on over, hang out. If you're playing a lot of New World, doing farming, and you need some company, just turn us on and we will gladly be that company. All right, I'm going to farm this node right here. And then there's a Dragon Glory flower we're going to grab as well. Again, in full mining gear, I think I have a star metal pickaxe here, so nothing super nice. But I think it's an additional 16% yield and like 7% luck. It's not great, but it's doing the job. Grab this flower real quick right here. And continue on. Also, guys, if you need a company, we are recruiting PvE players and PvP players. I think we're eventually going to get to where we have 2 different guilds. We're going to drop down here and go head into this mining cave down here. Some of these guys may follow us. That's okay. We're way higher level than them, and it'd be no problem. But we are recruiting PvE players and PvP players. We play on Kashir Cigar right now, which is probably going to get merged. That is a US West server, and I urge you to come on down and join us. So these are the mobs that you are going to have to tangle with here. They're not super strong, and I'm going to do a quick number on them. All right. So it looks like someone came through and grabbed these lodestone nodes. Wow, this is usually never hit. So it's going to be interesting to see if the rest of our run is intact. So those 4 nodes gone. I am shocked. Usually I come through when I'm filming these things on a Sunday afternoon, and no one has touched anything. We're going to press on here and head on over to this little area, this little inlet into this mining camp right down this way. Yeah, I'm also putting back YouTube videos out 3 days a week on New World as well. Seems like the farming guides are sort of the best for me, so that's what I'm sort of focused on right now. I will continue to put news videos out, but the farming guides have been performing the best, so that's going to be sort of my bread and butter moving forward. Okay, so we're going to scale up, and you see this big contraption right here. We're actually going to move up that scaffolding. I think you can get to it from here. Yep. And we're just going to continue moving on. Skip that guy right down there. Again, I'm not going to grab this stuff just to speed up the run, but you get the idea. Now we're going to move on into this village here, and we've got to go further in to grab this node in here. These guys are all going to follow me in. Obviously, I would stop and grab all this stuff, but we're going to have to deal with some of these guys right here. I just switched over to the Great Hammer. Apparently, we lost a war recently, and the reason why was we didn't have enough Great Hammers. So I have switched over to the Great Hammer, and I'm probably going to use Spear as my secondary, just because I think Spear is underrated and very cool. All right, so we're going to grab that node here. Obviously, tons of chests and stuff that you could stop for. I'm just going to, for the sake of speeding along here, head on out and continue on with my run. And you can choose the bottom exit or the top exit. Really, it doesn't matter. They both sort of trickle out. And our next stop is going to be on the back side of this quest giver over here as we cut across the valley. So I'm just following my mark I placed for myself out there. And crafting going to be even more important here. If you guys haven't been following the news, crafting has become super important because they're making changes to the watermark system, which if you craft your own gear, you will not be affected by those changes. You'll be affected a lot less because if you craft the gear, it overrides the watermark system. They're calling it like expertise system, I think it's what they're calling it. But I'm excited. This game is... The update schedule of this game is really remarkable. Like, they do such a good job of cranking out updates. And there's our next node right up here. We're going to head on up and grab this. There is silver on the back side of this if you are working on your jewel crafting. I sort of don't really worry about silver. I'm not working on jewel crafting. And I think silver, gold, and platinum sort of just take up precious inventory space at this point. And even if you're getting like platinum ingots and things like that, stuff really doesn't sell for a whole lot. So, saltpeter right here, and then silver all down along that side. But where we're going is at the base of that waterfall. There's a fast travel location right here. The base of that waterfall, and I can see some of the nodes glowing out there as we get closer. I shouldn't say the base, but the top of the waterfall. We're going to head on down here, and there's a little like nooks and crannies here. We're going to get 2 nodes right here. There should be 3 in total. We one-shot that one. Before I jump down there, let me just make sure I'm not skipping it. Okay, there and there. Okay. And we're going to do 1 right here. And you'll see the nodes over there. Now, the map I have says there's 5 nodes across this waterfall. I can only generally find 3 or 4. So I don't know if the map is accurate or some sort of update bugged one of the nodes and put it like under the map into the ground. So we hit 3 nodes right here, and we're going to head on over here. How did I do this? Right here, yeah. And we just hop on over. Oh, gotta go this way. And you see 2 nodes there, 3 nodes there as we cut across. Getting a little wet in our mining gear. Invest in a good set of mining gear if you haven't already, guys. Just increase your luck across the board. Mining obviously super important in the game currently, with getting gems, with getting things like orichalcum, cinnabar, void metal, all that good stuff. All right, 1 node there, and we're gonna head on up this side here and get all the way to the top. Yeah, I'm excited for server merges. I think it's going to bring a ton of new life into this game right now. And I'm anticipating server merges to happen by the end of this year for a lot of these low pop servers. And we're going to head on in. We're going to scale up this side here. I don't think I can get it to it from here. I think we have to actually go all the way over here. 1 more big node on top, and we should have no problem getting it. Right here. There we go. And as I mentioned, we're going to dip into Ebon Scale Reach here just for a hot second. There is a big, like, level 50 tiger. If you don't want to take that route, you can stay on the inside here and move along Brightwood. But I usually just sort of take the easy travel path on level 60 and just make sure I'm not missing any here. The map, so there's that tiger I'm talking about. The map says there's actually more. I just can't find it for the life of me. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below as we sort of move on here. So we are at the last part of our run here. This run got sped up a little bit with skipping that mine since someone had already hit that. It's quite all right. I'm seeing more nodes as well. So we missed out on 4 potential nodes in that mine. We're still going to end with a hefty haul here. So skirting the edge into Ebon Scale Reach here. I'm trying to avoid these tigers. Again, oh, someone's not happy. He growled a little bit. Maybe he's going to come bother us. Nope. Okay, you see a node up there, and a couple of these ones require a little bit of traversing that you'll learn real quick. There's going to be 2 nodes lower, 2 nodes super high, and then 3 nodes sort of on the side there. So here's the 2 lower nodes. And we're going to go ahead and knock these out here. And we should be done in just a couple of minutes here. I appreciate if you guys made it to the end of this video. I do appreciate the support. And if you could leave a like and a subscribe really the most important thing. We're really trying to grow content, grow on this channel. For New World content, I do put out New World TikToks as well. Those are more humor-based. This is sort of my serious stuff, just to introduce myself to the New World community. Trying to shift over from covering mobile games for the last few years, and man, it is a different world, and I'm so relieved to be out of the mobile gaming space. So If you are new to the haul, I welcome you and just want to say thank you for giving me a chance and watching the video here. We're going to see that node right there, and we're going to keep sort of working our way up here. And I think I can get up right here. Yes. And right here. And we're going to move on. Now, there's a node on top of this shelf right here. We're also going to grab and a node right there as well. So this is very close to the end here, guys. And it is a beautiful day in Brightwood. I've been scale reach out there with those purples and blues. And I will be doing a second video for a Lodestone farm. That video is going to take place in the Great Cleave. It's going to be a higher level video as I master that run for Lodestone. But again, 2 more up here, 1 over there, and 3 over there, and we will be wrapped. So look for that video later this week. This will be going out on Monday. Trying to get more farming videos up each and every week. I think farming videos are sort of evergreen content until there's a massive update where the locations change and that sort of thing. But overall, these videos are fun to make. In my opinion, this is like the best way to sort of learn the game. We're going to come back and get that last node. We're going to go grab these 3 right here, and then we will grab that final node. And even then, with missing 4 nodes in that mine, let's see what our number looks like currently with 3 nodes left, 4 nodes left. Yeah, Lodestone just takes a bit longer for whatever reason. This and Orichalcum are... Who's making all that noise over there? 827. 871. I think we're going to be about 900 here with missing 4 nodes. But you can easily get over 1100 on this run. And that's normally what I pull in with my mining gear and my mining pickaxe. 916 there in the last and final node. Right here. Now, as I mentioned in the map that we drew earlier, as soon as you finish this node here, you're just going to come back up, head on through this area right here, and then back into Brightwood. And if you want, you can restart the run by just following the path over. 3-second run bonus by staying on the path. You can just start the run over right there. So 958 is our grand total for this video. 17 minutes. Would have been a little bit longer with that extra bit with the mine. But I do appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the channel. And let's go ahead and wrap things up here. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, please do give us a subscribe and a follow. We'll appreciate that so very much. We'll see you on Twitch, guys. As always, appreciate the love and support, and see you in the next video. Haul!